She's beautiful, isn't she?
Yeah, she's stunning.
She's beautiful.
So what we're doing, we're just gathering some information.
Look how beautiful she is.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Hey guys. So, in news today, shall we say, Shawn Porter seems to be turned into the original company man in the building. He had this to say. Stand by.
A chance to actually beat Boots.
Absolutely, because of how fast he is and how intuitive defensively he is. You know what I mean? I would rather those guys sit up there and say, "Hey, we fight next. I can't wait to get in the ring with you. I'm gonna knock this dude out, and I'm coming to see you," opposed to barking out about what is more than likely not realistic. It's more than likely not realistic, even though he's going to get a mandatory or he's going to be in a mandatory position. It's not realistic that Boots is going to get Errol Spence Jr. next. You know,
You don't think so?
I don't think it's realistic. I think Errol has bigger things on his mind. Not to say that that Boots is not more than likely the biggest challenge that he could have. But at the same time, I just think that what Errol is looking for is not Boots. Boots is scratching and clawing to get to Errol, but is that scratching and clawing going to get you there? I'd rather you be on stage and tell everybody what's next, because that's more realistic than be on stage and say, man, I dust you off, I'm ready for something else, you know? Get the people excited. You have a moment right here. We don't have what the NBA has. We don't have what the NFL has. If I wanted to right now, I could go online, look at what Cavaliers game I want to go to. I could set my whole life around going to that Cavaliers game. I don't know when Boots is going to get in the ring with Errol. But what I do know is that Boots and Rashidi said we fight next, and they said we fight next in June. It's right there.
You know, a guy in yourself who held the IBF title, I believe it's 120 days that Spence is going to have if Boots win the interim title on Saturday. So Spence is going to have about 120 days. He's supposed to come back in April, maybe against Keith Thurman, and then, you know, either he'll move up or he'll fight Crawford.
Right.
So what do you, if you could kind of envision it, how do you see his 2023 mapping out? Do you think it's going to be like a Keith Thurman and then a Crawford? Do you think it's just going to be automatically Crawford? Do you think it's going to be Keith and he moves up, or it just moves up automatically? What do you think?
I think it's going to be Keith, and then I can see him moving up. I've been saying for a long time that I honestly expect Terrence and Keith and Errol to fight at 154 pounds. I don't think that they're going to fight at 147.
Is it less meaningful though? Because it's not for Undisputed now.
The belts don't matter.
You know, not even
No
Undisputed.
disrespect, but the belts don't matter.
For all of them, no.
There's history there. Everybody's looking at the history, but the true history is that you got two dogs, and that dog beat that dog. Not we got two dogs, and that dog has all the belts. That's not the real. That's not what it truly is. But
Shawn Porter, as you're sounding as crazy as how your hair looks at this minute, my brother. You're crazy. Shawn Porter, he's definitely turned into a company man. Listen, the belts do matter. Listen, if you're a real fight fan, the belts do matter. Shawn Porter was an IBF holder. So what was he doing? What was he doing in the ring? Fighting and defending belts. What was he doing as a two-time 147 champ? What was he doing then if belts didn't matter? So why was you fighting for belts? How can you say that? Well, now that you're retired, belts don't matter. Undisputed, you didn't even know what Undisputed was. Well, I don't know what type of boxer that you was. If you didn't know what Undisputed was, you didn't know what Undisputed was because you never was undisputed, and it wasn't in your grasp to be undisputed. And now to shoot down the work of what Al wants you to do. You must be still on you're on the Al payroll, aren't you? So maybe that's the feelers that they want. Oh, it doesn't matter. Belts don't matter. You know, they can fight at 154. Give people that hope that Spence and Crawford fight at 154, because obviously being undisputed in one of the glamour divisions of 147 pounds doesn't matter all of a sudden. There's history, and the people just remember who people's going to fight, not with... No! We remember who's undisputed, who's a champ, who wasn't a champ, who... Shawn. Shawn! Shawn! Shawn? Shawn. Never going to be a day where you're going to hear me say belts don't matter. Now you sound like Ryan Garcia. Now you sound like Tank Davidson. You're trying to force mediocrity onto us. And we don't believe you. You need more people.
We don't believe you. You need more people.
My man's sounding hella crazy. I just can't believe that Shawn Porter's turned into one. And I like Shawn Porter, but you know, just don't try and turn the fight fans. Maybe you're not out for the purists. Maybe you're out for the cashy-washies, and you think this is a cool thing to say. Maybe this is out for Al Heyman, and you think this is what this is maybe what Al Heyman has asked you to say. I don't even know at this point, but that is very disappointing for someone that comes from a former champ that fought everybody that was in front of him, had such high integrity, and all of a sudden your integrity has left the builders in. Where did it go? Trying to look for Shawn Porter's integral value has dipped to an all-time zero. Where is it? So anyway, I'm gone. I'm gone, just as Shawn Porter's integrity's gone as well. How you going, it's LadyChann. Combots with Shan. CHANN! All integral value has dipped to an all-time low. It's left the builders in. Oh, Shawn. CHANN!